This is how to update your Nifty payroll for the SHIF on October 2024 payroll. Okay, so there's several steps. This should be 5. Okay, so the first thing you need to do before you even do anything else is make sure your version is up to date. Make sure you run the updater. You should see 2024 October 16th or something more recent. After you've done that, let's go one step at a time. So the first thing you want to do is confirm that you have the 2 SHIF items already in your Payslip items. So we go there, Payslip items. Let's view by section ID. It should be there in benefits and GovDed. So in Relief 2 and GovDed. So Relief 2 is where you have the SHIFRlf. GovDed is where you have SHIF. You should have those if you've updated already. So the second thing we do is update our statutory rates for both the SHIF and the SHIFRlf. So SHIF we want to do 2.5%, 2.75%, and the SHIFRlf we want it at 15%. So we go there, statutory rates. The first thing you want to do is make it editable so that we can make these changes. Once it's editable, the first thing is to switch off NHIF. So take the second NHIF, the one which is currently showing no end, which started in 2015 Jan. So the one with table ID NHIF 2015. Change this to 2024 September, like that. So that will be the last month that this applies. Now SHIF, because it's just a rate, is in the values side. So you probably already have it because I had added it quite some time back. You probably don't have it as 2024 October. Just change there to 2024 October so that it starts then, and make sure it says no end, and make sure you see 0.0275, which is 2.75%. Now it's unlikely you will have SHIFRlf. So the way to add it, you could actually come and add it here, but this is usually problematic. So I suggest you do it like this. Look for NHIF relief, because we need to close this off in September. So the way you can do it is by clicking this add new line. When you do add new line, it closes off this in the month before showing here, and then it opens a new line with this month, new rate start. So NHIF relief, click add new line, say yes, yes, okay, and you'll end up with 2 NHIF relief lines like this. The first one closed off in 2024 September, the second one starting in 2024 October. Then change this from NHIF relief to SHIF relief, like that, so that now you have NHIF relief 1 line closed off in September, and SHIF relief 1 line starting in October with no end, both 0.15%. So that's it on the statutory rates. Then the next step is the employee rates. You go to employee list, you click on rates. First thing to do, click on this button that says rates here. What we want to do is to I had already, this in yours will probably be ticked. So these ticks tell the system whenever a person is added that they should be given these rates by default. So what we want to do is to switch off NHIF and switch on SHIF, and you also want to, your NHIF relief will probably be on, switch it off, and then tick SHIF insurance relief. And then on this line, you'll have it added, but it will have nothing here. So add 2024 October to no end, like that. Okay, so you should have SHIF relief ticked 2024 October to no end, NHIF insurance relief unticked, you don't need to change this, NHIF here unticked, you don't need to change that, SHIF ticked, make sure you see 2024 October to no end. Alright, so that's that. Then now we want to what do? We add, you can actually at this point close the rates so that the system automatically, so when you close and open the employee list, the system automatically adds defaults. Anything you've set as default that was not there. So you should now be able to come and do a check for SHIF. If you didn't have them, you see now they're there. And SHIFRlf, you should see there. Now we want to close off NHIF. You don't really need to do this, but I suggest you do. So let's go to close that. Let's go to NHIF. Now the way to close off, we want to change this to 2024 September. So make sure first you see 0 of 36 marked, because you don't want a hidden marked thing to be ticked. So then I want to make sure I've selected NHIF. I tick all, which will mark only 4 lines. However many lines you have is what will be marked. So if you have 100 people, you'll see 100 of maybe 500 or 1,000 marked. Okay, then you want to change this to 2024 September, like that. And then you click these 2 buttons. So what this will do is it will change everything here to what is showing above, like that. So now I've closed NHIF. You have inception to 2024 September. So that's it. So you close here. And then you need to make sure you add this SHIF number field. So you come to the employee list, you come to numbers, you come to number types. I've added a button here to make it easy. Just tick this, it will add SHIF as a number and it will be ticked as default. And you close that. You close again and reopen the numbers. Everybody should have SHIF added. If you do a SHIF, you'll see like that. So everybody will be added with blanks ready for you to input that data later once you get them. Okay, so that's all the updates on what to do on the employees and the rates, etc. So now we want to process and see that all the reports have been updated. So we come to Payslips, we go to 2024 October, you process. Okay, so I'm done. You can check on the Payslips view that you have the correct things by, so I've gone to this section filter. Let me first section the relief 2 insurance reliefs, and you can see SHIF is there for everybody. And then we can go to GovDed. Let's clean this up. So after GovDed I can do an item filter. Let's do SHIF, and you can see I have SHIF. And if I do this, you'll see there is no NHIF. If I go back to September, you'll see there is NHIF. Back to October, there is nothing. There is SHIF. All right, so we are happy that we have SHIF in October. So if I put off these filters and I go to the reports, I want to confirm in several places. I want to confirm in Payslips, the full payroll details, the government deduction, and the SHIF return. So let's do one at a time. Payslips. Let's look for someone with a big salary so that the figure is big. You have line 16 SHIF and line 10 SHIFRlf. We can just check that last month, September, the same person. If we go to the same person, you can see had NHIF and NHIF relief. So we come back to October. The second place you want to just check is here, the full payroll details. You should see SHIF. Where are these government? Here you are. You can see SHIF here. Okay, last month was NHIF, so it was G NHIF, now it is G SHIF. And then you want to check in GovDeds here. So I've amended this column to show either the NHIF or the SHIF. So for this month it's showing SHIF. If I go back to September and open the same report, can see it's showing NHIF because you can see the figures are smaller. Right, back to October. So there's that. This one also is updated. And even this. Now this, the Excel one, I actually pick both NHIF and SHIF, so that if you for some reason left NHIF on, you'll see both of them here and you can know you've made a mistake. So I have SHIF and NHIF. So if I close this and go to September, you'll see that in that case there was NHIF and no SHIF. Okay, so that's in the government deductions. Then we check the SHIF return. So you have the printable SHIF return, the PDF. I've not changed this to show the SHIF number. I'll change that and do an update. So we're in September in this case. We go to October, open the same report, and you can see it's now picking the bigger figures. And the Excel version shows the same. Now with the Excel version, if you have both, they'll appear here following each other. But in this case, it's only the, let's see, this one has NHIF and October has SHIF. And then there's the return itself. Now I haven't finalized this, so I'll check what the columns are supposed to be and then I'll finalize it. Okay, so as usual, you can view it or you can export it. If you double click, it will export. Let me not do that for now. So that's the steps you need to do to update, and then you do your confirmations and you should be fine.